Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher. For all your digital resources, check out travelingtechteacher.com. And also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So let them help you. Also brought to you by the Guardian app. The Guardian app is an anti-bullying mental awareness resource for kids and teens. The Guardian Angel app will provide students with resources, 24 hours a day, local resources, crisis hotlines, and optional anonymous reporting directly to the child's counselor or social worker. So download the Guardian Angel app wherever you get apps. Guys, I know it's been a while that I've been on. I'm so sorry that I haven't been on as much as I usually am. I'm definitely going to work on that, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to get established in my new area of Italy, and it's kind of hard for me to balance the two. But I'm so glad that you guys continue to comment on our page, that you continue to interact with us through DMs. And a few of people today, I don't know why it's become a subject for this past week, but a few of you have mentioned that you wonder why companies have this speak up, see something, say something in the workplace, but yet when you see something and say something, they do absolutely nothing. And a few of you have asked why. Well, here's my opinion as to why these things occur. Hey, Pico, thank you for joining the show. These things occur, I feel, because most companies are just putting up posters like this, speak up, see something, say something type of things, just to save themselves from any legal actions coming up against them. You know, if they don't put up any post about sexual harassment is bad and you're sexually harassed, then you got some legal action to really do something against the company. But if they post something and it happens, it kind of gives them a leeway. I'm not a lawyer. Consult a lawyer before doing any of the things I tell you. Consult a physician before doing any of the things I tell you. But that's my personal opinion, that they just put it up just to look like they're doing the right thing, right? Because when people are watching, some people do the right thing, some people act the right way, but when there's no one watching, everyone acts different. And I think that's the situation. And it's a shame that has to happen. It's a shame that 50 people complain about one person being a bad supervisor or being a bad worker, and absolutely nothing happens because that person's is either liked by management or is in a relationship, some sort of relationship with management. So nothing gets done, and that's a shame. But you know, that's when you have to take it to the next level. Complain to the next person, either in line in your place of business, or take it up with a whole different organization, like what we're doing. We're trying our best to contact Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, we want to speak to you. We want to talk to you about the bullying that occurs inside the United States Postal Service. I think now is the time. You are the vice president to take care of it, ma'am. And now is the time to call truth to power. Now is the time to straighten everything out. You know, racism, you know, this thing that happened at the Capitol, guys, has been going on forever. Just not in this magnitude, where certain groups of people are allowed to do certain things and they're not called to task, or they're not held responsible. There's no accountability, in other words. And you are, Madam Vice President, are the person to handle this. You and Joe Biden are the ones to handle this. There are thousands of United States Postal Service carriers that are no longer working, not due to anything that they did. Okay, and I can introduce you to a few of them. And once the people that are remaining silent, that are refusing to speak for fear of retaliation from the United States Postal Service and the NALC, once they see you're on my side, Madam Vice President, they will join us. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you that. So I hope you guys understand this. You know, I do want to talk about one more thing because I do have to go very quickly. Pico says, my monk says, someone will reincarnate as Rico-chan and be with me. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. Those of you that don't know, our good friend Pico in Japan has recently lost his loved one. And she, I didn't know her, I didn't meet her, but we spoke a lot on DMs, and she seemed such a great person. And I'm focusing on men's fencing. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So, real quickly, I just want to say this. I just learned recently that there was a person who committed suicide that worked with a friend of mine, creating films, a filmmaker. He committed suicide because of all the negative things he was receiving from his ex-girlfriend. And there's one thing that you guys need to understand. Okay, we have to understand this as people. Yes, there's going to be one or two people that dislike us, that laugh at us, that make fun of us for everything we do. But we cannot focus on that. This person had children. This person had good friends in the film community. But yet he focused on something that one person gave him. Now, I understand that the virus contributed to it and stuff like that. But we still have to remember that we cannot let that get to us. We all too long, we hear, you're great, you're beautiful by 50 people, by 1,000 people. And then one person turns around and says, you're ugly. And we fall apart. And we have to learn to stop doing that. That's what I want to leave you with, you guys. So that's going to do it for this episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Live Feed is brought to you by the Guardian app. The Guardian app is an anti-bullying and mental wellness resource for children and teens. The Guardian Angel app will provide students with resources to local support centers, access to 24-hour crisis hotlines, and optional anonymous reporting directly to the child's counselor or social worker. So be sure to download the app wherever you get apps. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, a 501c3 nonprofit organization geared at helping survivors of bullying. So get your Be Kind t-shirt at thebullyexposed.com, and also by Traveling Tech Teacher. If you're learning virtually, you got to check out travelingtechteacher.com. If you're a teacher, okay, and you need some resources, check out the travelingtechteacher.com. That's going to do it for me, guys. Remember, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. So be kind to one another and have a great day. Bye now. Bye, Pico.